Welcome to my backyard in Minnesota. Today I'm going to go out and cut down some evergreen branches and I'm going to make up some vases. I love to put these vases together for friends and family that come and visit. They last for months as long as you keep the water filled. They're just a great thing to have on the table, a great thing to bring to somebody, maybe if you're going to their house for Thanksgiving or Christmas, or just, somebody maybe in the old folks home that maybe needs to brighten up their day. As long as you keep water in them and you keep fresh water and you keep them filled with water, they'll last for about 2 months. So we're going to go in the backyard. We have some snow out there. I'll put on my boots. We'll cut down some branches, twigs, and collect some pine cones, and we'll put together some really cool vases. Old mason jars, or I'm a big jar collector, or well, let's rephrase that. I'm a jar hoarder, and that's okay. I don't mind the title, but they do work great for these. So anyway, dig out all those glass jars you have in your cabinet, and some cool ribbon that you might have or that maybe you picked up last year on clearance after Christmas, and we're going to put together some really cool vases. So grab your cutters and let's go cutting. The geese are out. We'll see if I find any deer when I go down by the water and cut down some of the pine trees. So here we have some pine trees. Always wear your gloves if you're going to do anything with sap. Otherwise you will have it on your hands for weeks. So here's another pair of my fancy cutters. Gonna find some good branches. That should be enough. This one was always hitting me when I was mowing the grass. Off to the next tree. So we have an awesome cedar tree over there. These are really nice to put at the base of your arrangements. So off to the next tree. This is quite the collection so far. Hey everyone, so I went out and I clipped a lot of branches from my trees that I have out in the yard. It was such a beautiful day today. So this is my favorite thing to do. I love to do it at the very end of October or the beginning of November. So we have just a variety of branches. This is just from the backyard. I'm sure you must know somebody on a farm or you have a cabin somewhere. Just go out on some of the trails and, pick some branches. They are just free in nature, and as long as you keep your vase filled with water and fresh, clean water, these will last for like 2 months, and the smell is just awesome. So we have quite a few different branches. So here again I have this tote lid. I love these. If you ever break a tote or whatever, I love to keep the lids just because they're so handy for doing projects like this. So anyway, you want to fill a jar up with some rocks. It can be anything. Also, it could be those glass pebbles that you can buy too. So just fill up the jar with what you have. I kind of recycle them from year to year, so I'll use those. I just have all different kinds of vases around the house. So for the winter, I take them out of the vases that I have them in the summer. So anyway, you want to fill this up with some fresh water, and you're just going to go ahead and arrange your greens in your glass. You'll want to clip some off. So just, you're just trying to get them in there, and you want to shove them kind of down into the pebbles. And what we're going to kind of do is kind of overlay them a little bit. And as we intertwine the branches, then they will become more sturdy. So, you know, you'll just have to like look at your different branches that you have, cut them if you need to. Just start your base. You really can't screw this up. And these are just so nice to give away to people. I've given them to a lot of friends if I have them over for supper for their birthdays. I usually make them a vase like this because they just last all season long, and it's just a little nice little gesture that you're doing for somebody. And it's everything from your backyard. I really do love the cedar branches. I usually get a lot of those from my friend Sarah, who comes down here in the fall to visit her mom. She's from Ohio, and her mom has these awesome cedar trees, and so I just love to get Linda's cedar. So I'll have to get some of that when she comes. Sarah used to tell me that her mom, they would always put the cedar on the mantle and on shelves and stuff and at Christmas time. So the smell was just so good. So anyway, there's just a variety of pines that I have in my yard. And so once you get it kind of filled up to your liking, I also went and picked out some branches, and these are just like branches off the trees. I think there's a lilac bush back there, some other bush that flowers. Don't know, don't care, I guess. They just grow alongside the house over here. So they're just really cute, and you can go ahead and paint these. You know, if you were doing a really cute centerpiece and you wanted to accent a certain color, you know, Rust-Oleum paint, go to town on that. There's so many different colors now. It's so awesome. So yeah, just go ahead and stick those kind of in the middle, and we're just going to kind of fill it out. Some of the floppier branches, maybe you could stick underneath, so then they go down a little better. But you want to make sure that all the stems are getting in enough of the water. Like I said, I have a jar hoarding addiction. So, you know, here was, I think some caramel or fudge was in this jar. Just go ahead and soak them in water, and then the peelings, or the labels will come and they'll peel right off. So Donnie probably thought, oh gosh, I'm washing another jar or putting another jar away. So this one did get cleaned off, but I think this is a pizza sauce jar. But they are just perfect. They have the nice opening. If you tie a nice ribbon around them and put some rocks in there, it's just a great gift, and you're recycling. And you know, what's better? You can also paint these jars. So you could go ahead and paint, spray paint this with some Rust-Oleum. You can prime it first, and you can also, like if you were to paint it in white, you could make a snowman face or what have you. You can also do cans, vegetable cans. You just cut open the top, and you can spray paint them or put burlap around them, and those also are just a really great vessel to arrange this type of plant in. So get creative and don't go out and buy anything. Just use what you have at your house, because it's just a great time of year. So go ahead and just keep fussing with this, putting some branches in there. If you go to the store, one of the craft stores, and you see some really cute fall picks, you know, you can go ahead and put that in there. These are more for fall, and so acorns and some pine cones that we did earlier. Or if you wanted to be cute just for one day, just put some witch's legs sticking out of it. But that's what you can do. It's so much fun. Do them now, and then put some pine cones in there, and then maybe for Christmas you can add some some snowflakes. But anyway, it's just a really nice vase. Next, we're going to wire up some pine cones and maybe work them on into our arrangement. So here again, we just have some floral wire, and we're just going to wrap it around the pine cones. You can sometimes get two with one wire, and you're really just forming a pick. So go ahead and just twist it. And now you'll be able to stick this pick in your flower arrangement or your pine evergreen arrangement. And we have one more. So I have some raffia here. This is really nice because it kind of goes with fall and with winter if you're kind of going with the shabby chic kind of a thing. You can either wrap it around the base of the jar, or you can make a bow of some sort and kind of have it coming out of the top. I think I'm going to just wrap it around the jar and just give it a simple bow. So if I want to take it off in the winter, it won't fight me. And then you can leave them as long as you want, or these things work great for cutting anything. There. And maybe I'll just add this one pine cone around the jar right where the raffia bow is. And then you can just cut the wires and then fold them inward so nobody pokes themselves. But just a really, really cute, simple arrangement to go on your table, and who wouldn't like to receive them? And really, that was just walking around in the yard. So I encourage you to make a couple of these, give them out to your neighbors. If you have pine trees, you know, maybe your neighbor has one pine tree, you have another pine tree, swap some greens, but it's just a really nice thing to get together and put a few of them together. They make great gifts.